guys, what is good and what is going on, Sixer Nation? Your boy BLSG back at it again with another Philadelphia 76ers live play-by-play yet again. That's right, ladies and gents. Once again, we're back for another one here tonight. As tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers match up against a very familiar foe on the road tonight as they go on the road into Boston, Massachusetts to take none other than the Boston Celtics. Now, this is not the type of game that we are going to be anticipating that we were originally thinking tonight, and I'll give you guys the reason why when we get to the injury report, because I'll tell you one thing. For the Sixers side, I'll tell you guys one thing about the Sixers side. It is a handful over there full of injuries for tonight's game. As for the Celtics, not necessarily, but they will be without one key player for tonight's matchup between the Sixers and the Celtics in this game. We will talk about the injury report and maybe a couple further updates here as we move on forward with the stream. Shout out to everyone that's already coming through, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 people up in here already. Appreciate you guys for coming through and tuning in. If you guys have not done so, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And everyone be sure to share out this stream so we can bring more viewers up into the chat. We want to be able to interact with more people. We want more people up in the chat. We want to have this chat be very conversational. So let's be sure to share this out and get as many people in here as we possibly can. You guys know how we rock and roll as always. So let's get down to business. Let's go through the chat here before we get started. No need for the music producer for this one. No need for the music producer for this one tonight. Because the main guy's right here, you know. We don't need the music producer tonight. We just need me. That's all we need. That's all. But anyway, going through the chat here, SG Sports Talk being the first one up in here. What's going on, SG Sports Talk? Appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Hit the like button if you're not done so. Appreciate you for coming through. SG Sports Talk to this stream, being the first guy in here. And hey, let's go. He's on the 76ers train tonight. For a guy that I know is a Golden State Warriors fan, he is on the 76ers train tonight. And he is back being on the 76ers side tonight instead of the Celtics side. So, hey, SG Sports Talk, I appreciate that. Said beat Boston. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough one for the Sixers to try to beat Boston. It's going to be a rough one, my guy. 76ers will humiliate the Celtics on their home floor. I am putting every prayer up that the Sixers can find a way to pull off the unthinkable, the impossible, any other adjective that I need to use to describe this game, in finding a way to beat the Boston Celtics with the players that they are going to be having available in this game tonight. So let's go Philadelphia. Hey, I like that positivity. I like that. I like that a lot. Going with the 76ers winning 145-100 over Boston. Honestly, SG Sports Talk, that's probably going to take a miracle. It's going to take a miracle for the Sixers to beat the Celtics tonight. And again, we'll go through the injury report to give the reason why. MC, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through and being the second one up in here. What's going on, MC? Appreciate you for coming through. You already know, bringing the same energy every game, saying let's go Sixers. You already know what it is every time MC comes in. You're always supporting the Sixers every single time. So, MC, appreciate you for coming through as well. Hit the like button if you have not done so. And once again, appreciate you for coming through into the stream. Bleacher being the third one up in here. What's going on, Bleacher? Appreciate you for coming through as well. Pretty sure he meant to say go Sixers on this one instead of high Sixers. But, you know, at times it's a typo. So, hey, Bleacher, still appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Hit the like button if you're not done so. And, again, appreciate you for coming through. So, go Philly. Yeah, it might be a slugfest tonight, Bleacher. If we're being brutally honest, it's going to be one of those. It's just going to be one of those type of games. And like I said before, we're going to eventually get into the injury report. And, again, I'm going to explain the reason why. If you guys have not heard so already. Love the background. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Are the Eagles going to beat the Niners? I think it's going to be really close because the Niners want to make up the same old excuses saying, oh, Brock Purdy. Oh, the Niners didn't even play with a quarterback. Oh, we would have won the game if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt. How about if you would have won the game if you didn't have a backup tight end blocking Hassan Reddick on the edge? How about that? How about that? And then MC just says what's up to SG Sports Talk. Hey, appreciate everybody that's already coming through and tuning in already. And guys, if you guys do not know where to find the 76ers game at against the Celtics, you can either find it on NBC Sports Philadelphia for if you are in the Pennsylvania area, And if you don't have that, and if you live somewhere outside of Pennsylvania, such as like Massachusetts, you can find that on NBC Sports Boston. And then if you don't have any of those, you can simply go ahead and find it on ESPN for your top 3 main TV channels to go ahead and watch the 76ers versus Celtics game tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and roll through this injury report real quick. Like I said before, it's a handful for the Sixers in this one tonight. It is an absolute handful for the Sixers. Only one for the Celtics, though. But on the 76ers side, out for the Philadelphia 76ers is Nico Batum, the first one out of 5 with a finger injury. Will not play against the Celtics is Nico Batum. Then backing it up a little bit, for the second player, Tyrese Maxey is not playing tonight. He is out with some sort of illness that he has. He did go through warm-ups, but Nick Nurse said that Tyrese Maxey was struggling, so Tyrese Maxey is not going to play. Then we do have Kelly Oubre Jr., who obviously, as we all know, did have the ribs injury from when he got hit by a car in Philadelphia, had his ribs injured. So we obviously know the story on Kelly Oubre Jr. Then also, in addition to Kelly Oubre Jr., as well as the other 2 players mentioned, we have none other than the true MVP, Joel Embiid, also out with an illness for tonight's game. So we could see a little bit of small ball center tonight with Paul Reed going in at the 5, or even Marcus Morris Sr. We will see when the starting 5 comes out for the Sixers and Celtics. And then the final one for the Philadelphia 76ers on the injury report listed as out tonight is small forward number 25, Daniel House Jr., out with a quad injury, according to Keith Pompey. So those 5 players are out for the Philadelphia 76ers. And then for the Boston Celtics, pretty much just plain and simple for the Celtics on who is out tonight. It is none other than forward/center Kristaps Porzingis, who is, I forget what he was out with, because it doesn't show what he's out with in terms of injury-wise, in which it actually shows that Kristaps Porzingis is out with a left calf strain, but looks like he is progressing, which is good as a Sixers fan myself. Never wishing injury on any player, even if it is a player like Kristaps Porzingis. Never wishing injury on any player by any means guaranteed. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, that is your injury report between the Sixers and the Celtics. Still looks like the Celtics are going to find a way to destroy the Sixers tonight, but if the Sixers can at least make this somewhat of a close game, I will be a happy camper. We probably will not be playing the song tonight based on how this game is going to go probably, but hey, you never know what's going to happen. Bruce Harper, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Said, hi, BL. What's going on, Bruce Harper? Appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Hit the like button if you have not done so. And once again, appreciate you for coming through. Said, let's go Sixers. You already know, but again, it's going to be a slugfest. And if since you're asking this question, Bruce Harper, we literally just talked about the injury report for all the Sixers players that were out: Embiid, Maxey, Oubre, Daniel House, and Nico Batum. So all those guys are out tonight. Sixers are going to be very light at the forward position, especially small forward most likely. So it's time for a Furkan Korkmaz masterclass. Same thing going towards KJ Martin and Marcus Morris Sr. It's time for a masterclass from everybody. I'm just kidding. It's really not going to happen. I just know it as a Sixers fan, knowing how valuable these guys are to the team, I know it's not going to happen. Bruce Harper says tonight will be tough, but still all I can say is let's go Sixers. Hey, I like the positivity, Bruce, but hey, I just don't think it's going to happen tonight, honestly. Smash the like button. Hey, I appreciate that, Bruce. Just as a bit of a joke, though, guys, like the only way the Sixers might have a chance, and I repeat, a chance at winning this game, is if Jesus Christ somehow comes down to TD Garden, puts on a Sixers uniform, and puts up a Wilt Chamberlain type of performance that he did back in the 80s. That's the only way the Sixers, I think, are winning this game against the Boston Celtics, is if Jesus Christ himself comes down to the TD Garden, puts on the Sixers uniform, and puts on a Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game performance against the Celtics. That's the only way the Sixers are going to probably beat the Celtics tonight. But you know what? At the end of the day, the second coming of Christ has not occurred, so more than likely, it's not going to happen. So I can't wait for the Eagles game too. Yeah, same here. I want to shut those Niners fans up this weekend for the second straight meeting in a row. I want to shut them up tonight or on Sunday. I want to have them be quiet for a little bit. I want them quiet the whole weekend. Have them stop yapping about that NFC Championship game and move on to the next. As these starting lineups come in here for both teams, for the Philadelphia 76ers is Patrick Beverley, DeAnthony Melton, Marcus Morris Sr., Tobias Harris, and Paul Reed. For the Boston Celtics is Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford. Coming to you guys live from the TD Garden. A very wacky lineup for the Philadelphia 76ers with Patrick Beverley, Marcus Morris Sr., and Paul Reed having to step into the starting five. But we'll see what they can do. Not going to guarantee a win, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You can only play with what you got. And this is all we got tonight. That is for sure, to say the least. This is all we got tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Sixers got to limit the turnovers and to defend the three-point shots coming from the Celtics. Let's go, boys. Come on, let's go. As it'll be Paul Reed against Al Horford in the tip at half court. And the game is officially underway as Paul Reed wins the tip. The ball will go out of bounds, but it will stay with the Sixers, as it looks like it did hit off of Drew Holiday, so will stay Sixers ball after the inbound one, after the tip won by Paul Reed. And here we go already with a bad pass by Patrick Beverley to Tobias Harris, and Jaylen Brown will take that all the way to the cup, and will give the Celtics an early 2-0 lead against the Sixers. As Tobias Harris gets it over to Marcus Morris Sr., over to Patrick Beverley. Beverley guarded by Derek White. Beverley gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris backing in. Still backing in Harris. Spinning. Fading on this one is Harris. And it's good for Tobias Harris. That's much better than the way you started on the very first possession of the game here for the Sixers. That is so much better already. As Horford has the ball, gets it over to Jaylen Brown. And Beverley pokes it away. Here comes Paul Reed. And gets over to Melton. Melton. Standing outside the three-point line. Coming in the paint. Melton with the layup. It's good for DeAnthony Melton. Early start for the Sixers, but here comes Holiday, kicking it out to Horford. Horford shooting threes, and it's good. 89-year-old Al Horford knocking down another three. At this point, he's probably 95. But here we go. Here's Tobias Harris with the ball. Gets over to Patrick Beverley. Beverley in the lane, in the paint. Beverley backing in. Now putting one up for two on the floater, and it's good for Pat Bev. Let's go, Beverley. There we go. As Tatum has the ball, gets it over to Horford, over to Holiday. Holiday going to his right now, coming inside. Gets it out to Tatum for the moment. No, it's taken away by Tobias. Here come the Sixers. Here's Harris in the lane, laying it up, and laying it in is Tobias Harris. We're going to need to see a Tobias Harris masterclass. Here we go. Here's Jaylen Brown with the ball. Jaylen Brown coming inside, now flipping it out to Tatum. Tatum at the wing, now out to Horford for three in the corner again. And, of course, it's 95-year-old Al Horford with another three ball again for the Celtics. He's about to lead the team in threes. As Bev gets over to Melton for three at the top of the key. No good. Going to be rebounded by Jason Tatum here for the Boston Celtics. Tatum going to his right, getting over to Horford. Out to Holiday in the corner for three, and that's good. Expect a three-point festival for the Celtics tonight. Got to expect it against this Sixers team, especially this starting five that the Sixers have on the floor. As Beverley gets in the lane, kicks out to Reed at the top of the key for three. And it's good for Paul Reed. How about B-Ball Paul taking threes? Gotta love it from B-Ball Paul. You're going to need to do that tonight. As Jaylen Brown comes in the lane, gets right by Marcus Morris. That's denied by Marcus Morris as he says, get that weak stuff out of here. Here comes Pat Bev. Over to Morris. Morris in the lane and cannot finish the dunk. And it's rebounded by Horford. He'll get it over to Tatum. Tatum a three ball. No good. But it goes way back out to the top of the key towards Horford, who gets it over to Tatum. Tatum guarded by Morris. Tatum with the reverse layup, and that's in. Easily for Jason Tatum. Here we go. Here's Patrick Beverley with the ball. Beverley now standing at the logo around the screen. Beverley flips to Reed. Reed in the lane. Lost the ball. Gets it back. Reed in the paint. Reed backing in. Reed putting all the moves on Horford. And he gets it to go. And one for B. Ball. Paul coming out the mud. Out the mud with B-ball. Paul, let's go. What a nice little layup right there by B-ball Paul, and says, give me the end, one opportunity. Let's go. And B-ball Paul's free throw is good. Completing that three-point play. That's what you want to see. Here we go. Here's Jaylen Brown getting it over to Jason Tatum. Over to Drew Holiday for three, and it's good. Drew Holiday might be in the running for sixth man of the year because he usually is their sixth man whenever they're missing a piece. As Paul Reed gets it out to Patrick Beverley. Beverley coming inside again. Beverley in the paint out to Melton. Melton the corner three, no good. That's Tobias Harris with the rebound, who lays it up and lays it in, getting it right past Derek White, the veteran. What a play right there by Tobias Harris off the DeAnthony Melton missed corner three to get the rebound and put it in for the score. Tatum with the ball in the lane, laying it up and laying it in. It's way too easy for Boston. It's way too easy. Got to play better defense than that. As Melton has the ball, goes on the outside. Melton guarded by Jaylen Brown, gets over to Marcus Morris. Morris guarded by Drew Holiday, kicking out to Patrick Beverley. Beverley guarded by Holiday, now comes in the lane. Beverley with the layup, and it's good for Patrick Beverley. Every time the Celtics score, the Sixers are scoring right on back. And a timeout called by the Celtics here. And a timeout called by Joe Mazzulla. What a job by the Sixers to stay with this Celtics team. They know they're going to need to bring everything in the tank that they got, especially being shorthanded, down some of your best players, and finding a way to stay with the Celtics team early on in the first quarter. Can't wait for the Eagles game too. Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. I'm not going to lie to you, Bruce. All score will be Eagles over the Niners, 31-21. Fly Eagles, fly facts. Hey, I hope you're right, Bruce. I hope we can beat the Niners again in Philly for the second straight time in a row. MC said, what up, Bruce? Let's go Sixers. You already know it is MC. Said, I feel Purdy isn't so good, and we will pressure him, and he will not have an effective game. Hey, we'll see. I mean, if the Eagles do not get pressure on Brock Purdy, then Brock Purdy could have a field day. Because it also depends on how this secondary is going to do. We don't have a lot of sacks this year, but we do have a lot of hurries, and our pressure has been excellent. So I'm sure we will win as long as we protect the ball and play to our potential on offense. Yeah, it's got a lot of potential right there, Bruce. I like that confidence, my guy. Star Wars 99, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you for coming through. So let's go Sixers. You already know it is my guy, Star Wars 99. Hit the like button if you're not done so, Star Wars 99, and appreciate you for coming through to the stream. So in case Zachers has cleared waivers, it's only Friday. Hey, if the Eagles can pick up both him and Shaquille Leonard sometime over the weekend, if they can be ready for Sunday, that's just another deadly move by Howie Roseman. I feel we need to put very hard fouls on Tatum so he knows there will be no easy baskets for him. We must take him down in the first quarter, not injure him, just scare him with hard fouls. Yeah, but at the same time, though, we can't be fouling too much because, again, that's going to just get us in a rough situation, especially for the fact that we are very shorthanded in this game tonight, only having 13 players. Only having 13 players with us being very shorthanded tonight, so it's going to be a bit of a problem in trying to foul as well. especially if we're getting fouled out of the game. If we let Tatum have his way with us, we will lose. So we must smash him very hard, even if we get a T. Hey, Bruce, I like the confidence, but I'm just saying we can't be fouling as much because of the amount of players that we have. If we had more, then we'd be perfectly fine. Feel we look good so far? Yeah, but it has to stay like that. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish every game. I know the answer is probably no, but I hope you will broadcast on Sunday, but I know you usually can't. Yeah, it's just one of those days, Bruce. You know, it's just one of those days, but I should have my preview out probably sometime tomorrow, so not really much of anything going on for Sunday in terms of content. So I saw your comment on Ernst, and I agree with you as you make a very good point. Yeah, facts, Bruce. But the game is back on here, ladies and gentlemen, as Al Horford's in the corner for three. No good. Going to be rebounded here by the Sixers. Furkan Korkmaz, the Sixers legend, the pump fake specialist, checks in for Philly. Here comes D'Anthony Melton with the ball. Gets over to Harris. Harris guarded by Derek White. Pulls up on the jumper from outside the free throw line. It's no good. Going to be rebounded by the Celtics. Here comes Tatum in the lane, and he will be fouled. I can't tell who fouled. I cannot tell who fouled Tatum. So it looks like it's a foul called on Paul Reed. As the first one is good at the line for Jason Tatum. Second one on the line for Tatum is no good. And Marcus Morris is able to pick up the rebound. And now Melton has it off the pass from Morris. Now here comes Melton on the other side of the floor. Melton trying to get to Marcus Morris, and that's taken away by Jaylen Brown, who lays it up and lays it in. That looks like cutting through cake with a butter knife. And Harris trying to answer with a layup of his own and can't get it. As Tatum is able to get the rebound, gets it over to Derek White, over to Tatum. Tatum driving. Tatum with the layup, no good, but another foul call on the Sixers. Looks like it's another one on Paul Reed. Looks like that's going to be his second. Can't be doing that, B-ball, Paul. Paul Reed already with 2 fouls in this game. There are going to be times where we're going to probably have to play a bit of small ball here. So Jason Tatum back at the line here to shoot 2. First one on the line is no good for Jason Tatum. And Tobias Harris will check out of the game, and checking into the game for the Philadelphia 76ers is going to be Robert Covington. You have the Battle of the 30s as one of the matchups between Furkan Korkmaz and Sam Hauser, as the second one is good at the line for Jason Tatum. Sixers now down by 4. Here comes Korkmaz down the floor. Korkmaz guarded by Holiday. Korkmaz going to his right. Korkmaz guarded by Horford. Korkmaz going to the left, spinning, gets it over to Reed. Reed guarded by Hauser. Reed dancing, gets it to Morris. Morris has to take the shot at some point in his life. Shoots it, no good. Going to be rebounded by Horford. We'll get it over to Tatum. Tatum going to drive on Melton. That's way too easy for Jason Tatum, and he gets the foul. Yeah, guys, this is probably where the massacre begins. This is probably where the massacre begins. Stars99 says Deshaun Jackson speaks after retiring as a Philadelphia Eagle. I'm sure he did. He probably wanted to retire an Eagle. I mean, he loved it. He loved it in Philly, if we're being honest. As the free throw is good, it looks like, for Jason Tatum. Sixers need to start hitting some of these shots. Got to stay with this Celtics team. Got to. As Melton has the ball here for the Sixers. Melton dancing, taking a step back 3. That's way short. Melton, however, gets the rebound and will be fouled on the drive to the basket. Foul's going to be called on, looks like Sam Hauser. And it was on Sam Hauser, so D'Anthony Melton's going to go to the free throw line here to shoot 2. First one on the line for Melton is good. Looks like we have a change coming here for the Sixers as Paul Reed is going to go out of the game. And coming in for the Sixers is going to be KJ Martin. So KJ Martin's chance to actually get some run here and see what he can do in the increased amount of minutes he's going to get. So looks like we're playing Marcus Morris at the 5 right now with this almost all bench lineup. Still got Melton in this game. So Melton's running with the bench unit. As Tatum has the ball and loses it. And it's picked up by Covington. Here comes Melton off the pass from Rocco. Melton dancing, going to drive, and he threw it to absolutely nobody. Where in the world was he throwing it? He probably expected Korkmaz to cut and come up the court, but that did not happen whatsoever. That's the 3rd turnover of the first quarter for the Sixers as Jaylen Brown's going to drive, and it's poked away by Covington. Picked up by Morrison, gets it to Melton. Over to Rocco. Rocco, the 3-ball, bang! Robert Covington making big-time plays here for the Sixers. That was a massive play right there for the Sixers when they needed it most. Here comes Tatum, standing at the logo. Tatum looking behind the back to Hauser. Hauser, the 3-ball at the wing, and it's good. Of course, it's got to be Sam Hauser knocking down some shots. Of course. Here comes Melton with the ball. Melton guarded by Hauser. Melton going to drive. Melton in the lane with the layup, and it's good for DeAnthony Melton. Let's go. Come on, Sixers, stay with the team. Let's go. Play some defense here. As Tatum has the ball, gets it over to Drew Holiday. Holiday guarded by Melton, gets it back over to Tatum. Tatum back over to Holiday. Holiday out to Hauser. Hauser coming in the lane, and it's loose, and it's picked up by Covington. Here come the Sixers again. As he passes it over to Morris, over to Martin. Martin in the lane with the layup, no good. Martin trying to get the rebound and cannot do so. About 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter as Tatum has the ball. Tatum has it poked away again. And Morris was able to get it over towards Melton, but Melton lost it for a moment, but he was able to get it back as he passes it over to Morris again. Looks like a foul called here on Boston. So it looks like we have a technical foul here on Jason Tatum. So Marcus Morris Sr. will go ahead and shoot the free throw at the free throw line, which is good. And I do believe the Sixers also get possession as well, since it is a technical foul on the play. And with it being a technical foul, Jason Tatum will go ahead and sit on the bench. As Patrick Beverley inbounds it to Mo Bamba, gets it over to Korkmaz. Korkmaz in the lane with the oop over towards Mo Bamba, and he gets it to go. Did they count it? No, I think they might be saying basket interference. They might have called basket interference right there. As Beverley has the ball, or not Beverley, Drew Holiday had the ball right there. Tried to drive with it, goes out of bounds off the Sixers. It's going to stay with Boston. Here we go. Holiday to do the inbound. Inbounds it towards the former Raptor, Delano Banton. Gets it over to Hauser, back to Banton. Banton in the lane with the layup. Puts it up, puts it in, and one. I don't know who got called for the foul. It's between Korkmaz and Mo Bamba. And it's going to be on Furkan Korkmaz. And the free throw is no good. But then another foul comes here. Looks like this one's going to be on Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's going to be called for a loose ball foul. Neemias Keita at the line here for Boston. First free throw is up and in for Neemias Keita. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm sure I'm not. Neemias Keita. I feel like that's how you would pronounce his name, though, to say the least. I feel like that's how you would pronounce his name. Neemias Keita. And timeout called here by the Sixers, with the Sixers down by 5 with under 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Very slow-moving first quarter, that's for sure. Yeah, I did see that Deshaun Jackson's going to be the Eagles captain on Sunday. Philly Special Christmas is out today. Hey, you already know. You already know. But yeah, guys, not as bad of a start as I would have expected for the Sixers, though. The Sixers are actually off to a much better start than what I anticipated. But again, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And so far, the Sixers are staying with this team. It's just about how long can they keep it going for. But yeah, guys, Sixers down by 5 right now. They're still staying with this Celtics team, which I'm very impressed that they're still finding a way to do. But again, like I said before, how long are they going to be able to hold on to this? But again, guys, like I said before, the Sixers have really been able to stay with this Celtics team. They just need to figure out how to stay with them for 4 quarters. 6 steals in the quarter for the Sixers, so they've been pretty solid on defense, especially in terms of taking the ball away, which actually ties their season high in any quarter for most steals. But again, that doesn't matter right now, though. What matters is about staying close with this Celtics team. That's what matters here. Second one on the line for Neemias Keita is good. Here we go. Here's Beverly, who will bring the ball down the floor here for the Sixers. Beverly going to his right. Beverly around the screen, out to Covington. Covington at the top of the game for 3. And it's good again. Robert Covington with his second 3 off the bench. Give him 6 on the night. Derek White gets it over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown pulling up for 2. No good. Rebounded by the former Raptor Delano Banton, who will get it out to Derek White. Derek White guarded by Covington. Derek White coming inside. Derek White looking out to Neemias Keita. Keita has the ball taken away by Mo Bamba. And now into the hands of Pat Bev. Here comes Beverly. Beverly guarded by Jaylen Brown. That is absolutely rejected into the hands of Derek White, who gets over to Delano Banton. Banton out to Derek White, who's wide open for 3, and he, of course, makes it. What do you expect? Can't be leaving these guys wide open. As Beverly has the ball. Beverly guarded by Jaylen Brown. Beverly flipping it over to Harris. Harris with the fake pass. Harris looking out to Beverly. Beverly going to take a chance at a three, and he makes it again. Patrick Beverly putting in some work. Staying competitive. I like it. I like it so far. As Derek White has the ball, takes the three, misses it, but we do have a whistle. Looks like it's going to be on Furkan Korkmaz as the cameras are staring at Korkmaz for eternity. And yes, it is going to be a foul call on Furkan Korkmaz. So Sam Hauser is going to go to the line here for the Celtics. And Peyton Pritchard's going to check into the game here for Jaylen Brown. And DeAnthony Melton will also check back into the game in a replacement for Furkan Korkmaz. Two personal fouls already on Furkan. Not what you want when you're already shorthanded. Not what you want when you're shorthanded already. Second one at the line is also good for Sam Hauser, giving the Celtics a 5-point lead over the Sixers, 37-32. Now here come the Sixers as Patrick Beverly has the ball. But it will be a foul called, looks like, on Derek White. But this will result in an inbound pass here by Patrick Beverly. And Beverly still looking to inbound. Got to find somebody. Just puts it out into the universe and finds Tobias Harris, who will get right back over to Pat Bev. Bev in the lane, pointing up for two. Not even remotely close. But Mo Bamba getting the rebound out to Melton. Melton's going to drive out to Covington. Covington in the lane, laying it up for two, no good. But a foul's going to be called here on the Celtics as the shot clock was about to expire. So it's going to be a foul called on Derek White. Looks like we have a technical foul here. I don't even know who the technical foul was being assessed to. But Derek White does make the free throw. Nick Nurse gets a technical. That's ridiculous, dude. Now they'll go over to the other end and have Robert Covington shoot the two free throws here. Nick Nurse gets a technical, which is absolutely ridiculous. What do you know? It's TD Garden. What do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to be fair? Probably not, as the officials. As the first one on the line is good for Robert Covington. Second one on the line is also good for Robert Covington as well. Melton grabbing his knee a little bit. Ooh, as he took a hit to the wood right towards the kneecap. But anyway, it's an inbound here for the Celtics as Derek White has it. Derek White with the ball. Derek White with the floater up for two. No good. Rebounded by Robert Covington. Here we go. They'll bring it down the floor here. And now he passes it over to Melton. Melton gets it out to Covington. Covington, another three. That's going to be a little bit short. It's going to be rebounding here by Boston. As Hauser has it, gets it over to Derek White. White gets it over to Banton. Back over to Derek White. Derek White going to drive. Derek White going to kick it out to Pritchard. Pritchard out to Derek White. 4-3. And it's good, of course. Of course it's good for Derek White. Always has to do this to us. Always. It's like being a Sixers fan, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that much right now. As Beverly has the ball, going to drive up to the basket. It will be a goaltend here on Boston. So an automatic 2 points here for, at least it should be an automatic 2 points here for Patrick Beverley. Looks like it did get a slight piece of the backboard. Actually, no, it was not a goaltend. It's just a foul on Boston. Patrick Beverley misses the free throw. Delano Banton tries to get it back in bounds on the other end, but it goes out of bounds and it'll be back with the Sixers. Sixers looking to make it at least a 5-point game as Melton has it here for Philly. Melton guarded by Delano Banton, standing on the logo. Melton waiting for the opportunity. Melton coming inside, driving, trying to kick it out, cannot do so. As Derek White kicks it out towards Peyton Pritchard, over to Sam Hauser, back to Pritchard, back over to Hauser for 3, and it's good for Sam Hauser. And the 3 here for Robert Covington towards the end of the quarter, no good. And that's how the first quarter comes to a close. But they might have messed up the scoreboard a little bit because that probably should have been a foul here, or rather a goaltend, and they did correct it. So it was a goaltend earlier. Had a chance at one more, did not make it. But the Sixers currently down to the Celtics right now by a score of 44-36 at the end of the first, as we will now head to the second quarter. I think the Sixers did a good job offensively. They just need to be better with their defense, though. You just can't be letting the Celtics shoot, ladies and gentlemen. You just cannot be letting the Celtics shoot if you're the Sixers. You cannot be letting Boston shoot. You can't do that. Just can't happen. Bev is playing a good game. Yeah, he's had a good first quarter, I'd say. I'd say he's having a good first quarter. I mean, 9 points, 2 assists, and a steal. Bev's putting in some work tonight. It's going to be all about the team as a whole. How can the whole team play? Because this offense, the team that Nick Nurse has provided, the team does not run through Joel Embiid. It runs through the whole team. So how is everybody going to contribute without players like Joel Embiid, without Tyrese Maxey, without Kelly Oubre, without Daniel House, without Nico Batum? How are all of them going to contribute? Eagles injury report. Dallas Goedert returns to practice while several key Eagles players missed practice ahead of the Niners game. Yeah, be on the lookout to either have Jack Stoll come in for a good amount of the snaps at tight end, or look for the Eagles to sign Zach Ertz within the next, less than 24 hours. Because Zach Ertz was released by Arizona, so he is now a free agent, and he did not clear waivers. So he is a free agent, and the Eagles could get him on a cheap deal and bring him back to a team as a contender, because Zach Ertz wants to play with the title contender, and that's exactly what the Eagles are. The Eagles are a contender, and that's what Zach Ertz wants to go ahead and play with. At this point, I wouldn't mind if Howie Roseman would just start playing with house money, because that's at this point what he's going to probably start doing. Start selling a couple houses and use them for cap space. Sixers down by 8, though, at the end of the first quarter. What can the Sixers do here to start the second quarter? What can they provide? Now let's see what the Sixers can do here in the second quarter. As Peyton Pritchard has the ball, gets it over to Drew Holiday with the layup. And looks like, once again, I cannot tell what they called here. They must have that just go out of bounds on the Sixers, resulting in Celtics basketball as Hauser shoots a three from the wing. No good. Going to be rebounded here by Marcus Morris Sr. Now here comes Patrick Beverley, getting it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton guarded by Holiday, gets it over to Mo Bamba. Bamba guarded by Neemias Keita, gets it over to Harris. And Harris was sitting in the paint, but it will be a foul called on Peyton Pritchard, it looks like. Looks like it wasn't a shooting foul, so it'll just be an inbound pass here for the Sixers, and yes, it is. As Melton inbounds it here to Mo Bamba. Bamba flipping it over to Pat Bev. Bev here with the ball, guarded by Keita. Bev kicking it out to Morris in the corner for three. No good. Bamba with the rebound. Bamba trying to put it up for two. Can't get to fall, but will go to the free throw line. First one of the line, I do believe it was missed by Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba so far this season hasn't received a lot of playing time, averaging just about 3 points per game as well as 2 rebounds a game, as he is able to knock down the second one. Here we go. Tatum with the ball, taking a three from the wing. No good. Marcus Morris with the rebound here for the Sixers. They'll bring it down the floor here, guarded by Sam Hauser. Morris pulling up on this one for two, and it's good for Marcus Morris Sr. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Here's Pritchard with the ball. Gets it over to Drew Holiday. Holiday going to drive, kick it out to Tatum. Tatum at the wing for three, and of course it's another three made by Jason Tatum. Of course it is. Looks like Nick Nurse did take a timeout earlier in this game. But it looks like a timeout's called by Nick Nurse's squad here. It's 100% with 58-yard field with 58 plus yard field goals. Yeah. That's another key stat right there. Jake Elliott's one of the top kickers in the league. You can arguably say he's the best kicker in the league this season. You can arguably say that. You can arguably say that this season, Jake Elliott's been the best kicker in the NFL. Yep, 4 for 4. You're exactly right, Star Wars 99. You're exactly right. I don't expect the Sixers to win, but hey, if they can give it like their best effort, and if they can make this somewhat of a close game, I'll consider that a win. I'll consider it a win if the Sixers can make this a close game against the Celtics team. Because again, like if they make it a close game, if they would have had at least Tyrese Maxey or Joel Embiid, then they would have a chance in this game against Boston. Phillies are involved in trading heavily with Gregory Soto. Are you talking about Gregory Soto or Juan Soto, Star Wars 99? Are you talking about Gregory Soto or Juan Soto? Oh, Juan Soto. Okay. All right, I got you. I agree, but I feel we can win. I never said it was out of the picture, Bruce Harper. I just have a weird feeling that the Sixers are going to get it taken to them. But again, if the Sixers can make this somewhat of a close game, that's a win in my book. Here we go as the inbound is in from Tobias Harris to DeAnthony Melton. Melton guarded here by Sam Hauser. Or rather, this is Marcus Morris now. Morris getting it over to Melton. Melton looking past Hauser. Melton going to his right. Melton looking. Melton dancing. Melton with the step back over Keita for three. And it's good for DeAnthony Melton off the front rim, off the backboard, and in. Let's go. Come on, Melton. Got to play one of your biggest games right here. Tatum with the ball, and that's intercepted by Marcus Morris. Here come the Sixers. Morris taking it coast to coast. Marcus Morris Sr., massive player for Philly. Pritchard with the ball gets it over to Tatum. Tatum at the top of the key. Tatum with the pump fake now. Gets it over to Keita. Keita gets it out to Pritchard. Pritchard, a three ball. No good. Going to be rebounded here by Mo Bamba. He'll get it over to Tobias Harris. Harris dancing at the wing. Harris going to his right. And Harris will be fouled, it looks like. And, of course, he makes the shot as the process is going on. But Tobias Harris will be fouled. Looks like it's going to be an inbound pass, though, coming for the Sixers. As Tobias Harris never took the shot and never made a shooting foul. As Nehemiah Keita goes out of the game here for the Celtics, and Al Horford goes right back in. Same thing going for Mo Bamba out of the game, and coming in for him is Paul Reed. As Patrick Beverley has the ball, gets in the paint with a reverse layup, and it's good for Pat Bev. Let's go. It's a one-point game. Let's go, Sixers. Come on. As Pritchard has the ball, gets over to Horford, over to Drew Holiday. Holiday over to Horford, who pulls up on this one for two, and it's good. Of course. 95-year-old Al Horford with another bucket here for the Celtics. Should make it a commercial at this point. Al Horford taking threes. Melton a three, though, from the wing. And he gets it to go. DeAnthony Melton. Tying the game up at 49. As Tatum gets it over to Holiday. Holiday guarded by Melton. Now guarded by Pat Bev. Holiday trying to find his way out to Pritchard for three. Way too strong. Going to be rebounded here by the Celtics off the tip from Hauser over to Tatum. Tatum guarded by Harris. Tatum kicking out to Pritchard. Pritchard going inside, kicking out to Hauser. Hauser for three. And of course it goes in. Of course it's got to go in for Sam Hauser. This dude does it to us every game. As Melton gets the ball over to Marcus Morris Sr. Morris off the baseline. Morris with the layup, no good. Harris can't get to go back into the basket as it's picked up by Holiday. Out to Hauser on the pump fake. It's over to Marcus, or rather, out to Drew Holiday, over to Horford, over to Tatum. And an offensive foul called on Boston. Oh, speaking of an offensive foul, it's going to be a travel. You can't do that. As the foul's called on Jason Tatum for the travel. Now here comes Pat Bev here for the Sixers. Gets it over to Tobias Harris. Over to Beverley. Beverley in the paint. Beverley out to Harris. Harris directing the offense. Harris looking. Harris in the paint. Over to Reed. And Reed coming out the mud. B-ball Paul. Throwing it down with two grown man hands. And he comes out the mud and throws one down for two, putting the Sixers down by one yet again. And the layup by Brown's no good. Rebounded by Beverly. Beverly to Harris. And Harris will lay one up and will lay it in. Timeout called by Joe Mazzulla. Sixers up by one over the Celtics. With 7:17 left to go here in the first half. What a job here by the Sixers. Getting done what needs to get done. First, Paul Reed coming out the mud with the two-handed jam. And then you have Tobias Harris answering with a layup of his own to give the Sixers a 1-point lead here in the first half with 7:17 left to go here, 53-52. What a job here by the Sixers, staying with this Celtics team at all costs. Saying the Phillies red jerseys will not return 24. Let me try that again. The Philadelphia Phillies red jerseys will not return in 2024. Tim Kelly Sports has learned. Said happy 43rd birthday, Shane the Flying Hawaiian. I just want to know what's going on with the Sixers team because, with a team that has no Tyrese Maxey, no Joel Embiid, no Nico Batum, no Kelly Oubre, no Daniel House Jr., and they're still staying in a game with a high-powered Boston Celtics team. They may be down Kristaps Porzingis, but it doesn't matter. They have more firepower than the 76ers do, and so far they have not looked so great. Phillies have new NPB posting options. Said facts, we're still in it. Yeah, you already know. The Celtics should be kicking our butts right now. We shouldn't even be in this game. We should be way out of this conversation in terms of how our performance has been. But the Celtics are keeping us in this game for absolutely no reason whatsoever. But you know what? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Outscoring Boston by double the points here in the second quarter. 17 by the Sixers, 8 by the Celtics. Looks like we have a couple changes here for the Sixers. As checking into the game here, KJ Martin will enter the game here for Marcus Morris Sr. and Furkan Korkmaz will check into the game here for Patrick Beverly. Here we go. Here come the Celtics now. The ball is currently in the hands of Drew Holiday as he gets over to Jason Tatum, over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown here, guarded by Korkmaz. Brown in the paint, putting it up a floater for two, no good. Going to go out of bounds. That's going to be Sixers ball. Let's go. As Melton has the ball here, gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris with the ball, loses it, gets it back. Harris with the ball still guarded by Horford, gets it out to Korkmaz. Korkmaz with the ball, shooting a high-arcing triple, and that's way short of the rim. It's going to be rebounded here by Drew Holiday. Holiday over to Jason Tatum. Tatum with the ball, kicking it out to Holiday. Holiday in the lane, over to Horford, putting one up for two and putting it in. Of course, again, Al Horford's got to be putting up these shots against us. It's ridiculous. Here comes Melton with the ball. Melton on his left, directing traffic. Melton with the step back three, right past Drew Holiday, and it's good for DeAnthony Melton. Here we go. Here's Jaylen Brown bringing the ball down the floor. Jaylen Brown going to his left. Jaylen Brown kicking out to Horford. Horford over to Drew Holiday. Holiday, a three, no good. Harris gets the rebound. Here we go. Here come the Sixers. Down the floor. Harris taking this one coast to coast. Off the glass and in. And one for Tobias Harris. Let's go. Foul called on Al Horford. Foul called on 95-year-old Al Horford. Let's go. And Horford's still crying. Still crying. Now, Horford, you should stop being a little baby is what you should be doing instead of crying to the official. That's what you should be doing. Take some discipline. Take some respect. Instead of crying at the official. And the free throw is good by Tobias Harris to complete the three-point play. Here we go. Here's Jason Tatum with the ball. Tatum guarded by Harris. Tatum going to his right, trying to get it over to Pritchard, and that's not even close as Covington steals it. Covington gets it over to Harris. Harris guarded by Tatum, backing in. Harris gets it out to Reed. Reed thought about three, goes inside. Reed in the lane, towards the paint. Reed, the floater for two, and it's good for B-Ball Paul. Let's go. Eight over for the Sixers in the last minute and 10 seconds. Pritchard gets it over to Al Horford, and Horford's going to throw it down easily. Nobody wanted to even guard Al Horford. No one even wanted to guard him. As Harris with the ball here for the Sixers, out to Covington in the corner for three. No good. Going to be rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown loses the ball, and it's picked up by KJ Martin. Martin has that kicked away into no man's land. As Patrick Beverly ended the game here for Tobias Harris. DeAnthony Melton's in for Furkan Korkmaz. And we have a personal foul called here on Paul Reed. Looks like Paul Reed's going to go off the floor again. 3 personal fouls now for Paul Reed. So again, Marcus Morris Sr. going to have to play some small ball center. As Beverly has the ball for the moment before it's taken away by Derek White. And then Jaylen Brown's going to float it up and float it in. Morris with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it over to Covington. Covington the layup for 2, and it's good. There we go. All right, boys. Come on, keep it going. As Derek White gets over to Jason Tatum, over to Peyton Pritchard, out to Jaylen Brown in the corner for 3. Airballed and rebounded here by KJ Martin, who will get it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton with the oop up to Martin for the moment he thought, but it's deflected by the Celtics into the hands of Derek White. And here comes Pritchard. Pritchard guarded by Melton, out to White. White gets it over to Jason Tatum. Tatum guarded by Marcus Morris Sr., kicking it out to Derek White. Derek White, the 3 ball, and of course it's money. Of course it's money. Here we go. Here's Patrick Beverly with the ball, who will get it over to Robert Covington. And Covington loses it, but back into the hands of Beverly. Beverly directing the offense here. Now guarded by Peyton Pritchard around the screen. As now he gets it over to Marcus Morris Sr. Morris pulling up on this one for two from the free throw line. No good. Going to be rebounding here by Jason Tatum. As Tatum kicks out to Pritchard in the corner for three. Can't get it to fall. Going to be rebounding here by Marcus Morris. 10 steals in the first half, which is a season high for the Sixers. In terms of a half, 10 steals is a season high for Philly. As Melton has the ball here for the Sixers. Melton at the wing, going to drive. Melton floating one up for two. No good, but will be fouled. And he's taking his butt over to the free throw line as this one's called on Al Horford. 95-year-old Al Horford getting called for the foul. Or should I say 95-year-old crybaby Al Horford in this case. That's exactly what he is. First one on the line is good for DeAnthony Melton. About 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. 3 personal fouls here on Al Horford. So Horford will take a seat on the bench. Second one at the line is no good for DeAnthony Melton. It's going to be picked up by Tatum. And he'll get it over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown guarded by Tobias Harris. Jaylen Brown going to fade away on this one for two, and it's good for Jaylen Brown. Here comes Beverly with the ball down the floor. Gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris dancing against Sam Hauser. Harris backing in. Harris still looking. Harris still looking. Out to Beverly. Beverly in the lane with the floater for two, and it's good for Patrick Beverly. Massive two right there from Pat Bev. Backing in now is Jaylen Brown against DeAnthony Melton. Jaylen Brown trying to pull one up for two. Looks like it will be a foul called on DeAnthony Melton by a landslide. And Jaylen Brown will head to the line here to shoot two. Actually, no, excuse me. It's going to be an inbound pass here. Inbounded to Derek White, back over to Jason Tatum. Tatum looking. Tatum kicking it out. For the moment, it was tipped by Harrison to the hands of Derek White. Derek White with the layup. It's good and one. Isn't that just lovely? Foul called here on Marcus Morris Sr. Can't be doing that, Marcus Morris. You know you can't be having your hands all over Derek White. Like, what are we doing here? What do we think this is? What do we think this is? A calm dance party? What do we think this is, Marcus Morris Sr.? Like, let's go. Second one of the line is good here for Derek White. Or rather, the three-point play is completed by Derek White. Here we go. Here's Beverly with the ball. Gets over to Harris. Harris backing in. Harris fading away on this one. And that's going to be a travel on Tobias. So that's just great. But here we go. Here's Jason Tatum with the ball. Tatum guarded by Covington. Tatum behind the back to Drew Holiday with the layup for two. Can't get to fall, and neither can Derek White. Here comes Melton down the floor. Melton a three ball. That's no good. Rebounded by Beverly. Beverly taking it back outside the three-point line. Beverly going to go step back three from the wing. And it falls for Patrick Beverly. Let's go. Here we go. Here's Derek White with the ball. Derek White going to get it over to Jason Tatum. Tatum shoots one over Tobias Harrison. Of course, he gets it to fall. Here we go. Here come the Sixers, potentially one last time. Melton directing traffic. Melton out to Melton in the corner for three. Good for Melton out to Melton. I meant Melton out to Marcus Morris for three. Good. And that will give the Sixers a big three-point lead going into halftime. When they were not expected to have this type of a first half, they did. And they have a three-point lead over one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. in the Boston Celtics, 72-69. And ladies and gents, on that note, we have approached halftime. Gotta love it right there. How about the Sixers with the lead at halftime, ladies and gentlemen? How about that? Down Embiid, down Maxey, down Batum, down Oubre, and down Daniel House Jr. They still continue to find a way to fight with all the players that they have on the floor still. With the amount of players that they have played so far tonight, they still continue to fight. And they don't stop. Gotta love the way the Sixers played that first half. They played that first half beautifully. For a 3-point lead, they played that first half perfectly. Yamamoto not only NPB posting action for Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies can also pursue Japanese pitchers Shota Imanaga and Naoyuki Uwasawa were now posted. Hey, we'll see what they do with their bullpen or with their pitching rotation. I have to go as I am so hungry. I'm gonna run out and pick up my pizza. I'll be back soon. Go Sixers. Hey, Bruce Harper, appreciate you for coming through, my guy. See you back here in a little bit. But ladies and gents, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and go over the first half stats here, and then we're gonna go ahead and take the halftime break here, like we always do. So starting out on the Philadelphia 76ers side, DeAnthony Melton leads the way here for the Philadelphia 76ers in this one with 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Then following that up is Patrick Beverley, starting out with 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Then following that up is Tobias Harris with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Then following that up off the bench is Robert Covington, starting out the first half, ending the first half, rather, I should say, with 10 points, a rebound, and 4 steals, as well as a block for Robert Covington, which off the bench is absolutely crazy. Then back to the starting lineup where Paul Reed closes out the first half, finishing that with 10 points and 2 rebounds. Then following that up is Marcus Morris Sr. with 8 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist, as well as a steal and a block each. And then rounding it off for the Sixers is Mo Bamba, finishing his first half with 1 point, 3 rebounds, and a block to end off the first half stats for your Philadelphia 76ers. Now over to the Boston Celtics side, as Jason Tatum leads the way right now for the Boston Celtics with 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. Derek White then following up in the starting 5, ending the first half with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Then following that up is Al Horford, finishing the first half with 12 points, 3 rebounds, as well as an assist and a block. Then following that up is Sam Hauser, off the bench, finishing the first half with 11 points, 2 rebounds, as well as an assist and a block each. And following that up back in the starting lineup is Jaylen Brown, finishing that first half with 8 points, as well as a rebound and 3 steals. Then following that up is Drew Holiday, finishing the first half with 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. And then Delano Banton off the bench, finishing the first half with 2 points, a rebound, and an assist each, as well as a block. And then rounding it off here for the Boston Celtics is Neemias Queta, finishing the first half here for the Boston Celtics with 2 points and 2 rebounds to end off the first half stats for the Boston Celtics. Now over to the team stats now, as the Philadelphia 76ers are shooting the ball 58.7% from the field to the Boston Celtics 55.8%. The Boston Celtics, however, are shooting the ball 54.5% from three-point range to the Philadelphia 76ers 52.9%. Both teams are shooting exactly 75% from the free throw line, at shooting 9 of 12 from the free throw line in total. Also, They each have the same amount of rebounds at the end of the first half with 19 total rebounds each. However, when it comes to the offensive rebounds, the Sixers have more than the Celtics 6-5, but just barely. In terms of assists, the Celtics have more than the Sixers at the end of the first half, 17-9. In terms of steals, the Sixers have more than the Celtics right now, 10-5. The Celtics with more blocks than the 76ers, 4-3 at the end of the first half. The 76ers winning the turnover battle over the Celtics at the end of the first half, 11-8. And by the way, about half of those are coming from Jason Tatum. He had 5 in the first half. Points in the paint also belongs to the Sixers at the end of the first half, 32-22. And a total of 19 personal fouls called, 10 called on the Boston Celtics, and 9 called on the Philadelphia 76ers. And ladies and gents, on that note, that is how the first half stats on that note are going to come to a close, with the Philadelphia 76ers up by 3 over the Boston Celtics, continuing to fight no matter how long it takes, no matter how many pieces they are down with in terms of how many players are down with, whether if it's Maxey, Embiid, Batum, Oubre, House, whoever it may be. No matter how many players they've been down, they've still been continuing to fight. Now, we still got a whole half of basketball left to go, but Sixers look pretty good in the first half. Got to see the same thing in the second half. Maybe a few adjustments here and there, but apart from that, we should be golden. And ladies and gents, on that note, we're going to go ahead and take the halftime break. Y'all should pretty much know how this works for all the regulars out there. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. And ladies and gents, on that note, I will see y'all back here for the second half. All right, guys, I am back, ready to go here for the second half, which should hopefully start here in just a couple moments. Like we said at the end of the first half, Sixers are up by 3 here against Boston. As it looks like the third quarter here is about to get underway between the Sixers and the Celtics. Can the Sixers keep it going? Can the shorthanded Philadelphia 76ers keep it going against a powerhouse Boston Celtics team? Game summary at the end of that first half, Jason Tatum with 15 points, shooting 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3 with 5 rebounds, but did have those 5 turnovers as we discussed with the first half stats. And then for Patrick Beverley for the 76ers side, 7 of 8 for him from the field, and has been the star player for the Sixers so far. But the second half is officially underway, so here we go. Can the Sixers last it out for 24 more minutes? As Derek White has the ball with the layup here, denied by Paul Reed, but Al Horford with the rebound gets it to fall. Here we go here. Here's Melton with the ball, gets it over to Patrick Beverley. Beverley with the ball here, gets it back over to Melton, over to Paul Reed. Reed over to Harris, shooting a sniper 3, and he gets it to fall. Tobias Harris, let's go. Here we go, as Jason Tatum here has the ball, gets over to Jaylen Brown, shooting a 3, and Jaylen Brown just about airballed that shot. It's going to be rebounded here by Melton. Melton's going to take it down the floor. Melton dancing with the step back 3 from the wing again, no good. Going to be rebounding here by the Celtics. Jaylen Brown's going to bring it down the floor. Jaylen Brown guarded here by Patrick Beverley, and it's poked away by Melton, but back into the hands of Tatum. Tatum with the ball here, guarded by Paul Reed. Tatum going to drive. Tatum with the floater for 2 off the backboard. No good, but it's going to be a foul called. Looks like on DeAnthony Melton. Do not give the Celtics any opportunities. 16 points in the first half for Patrick Beverley was the most points in any half, I do believe, for himself since January 5th of 2021. As the first one on the line was good for Jason Tatum. And same thing with the second. Come on, Sixers, guys. Stay aggressive here. Let's go. Stay aggressive with it. As Beverley has the ball, taking it down as the point guard, getting it over to Tobias Harris, getting it over to Melton, over to Bev. Bev with the ball. Guarded by Horford, going to drive. Bev spinning with the hook shot for 2, and it's good for Patrick Beverley. Let's go, Pat Bev. I like the confidence right there. As Jason Tatum has the ball here for the Celtics, gets it over to Al Horford. Horford over to Drew Holiday for 2, and it's good. Of course. And here we go. Here's Patrick Beverley with the ball. Beverley going inside the 3-point line, now back outside. Gets out to Tobias Harris. Harris dribbling with the ball against Derek White. Harris looking. Harris spinning. Harris backing in to Holiday. Harris trying to find a lane. Puts it up for 2. Can't get the ball. Harris, you got to put that off the backboard, dude. Come on. As Tatum has the ball here, guarded by Marcus Morris. And that's taken away by Pat Bev. The 6th turnover by Jason Tatum. As Bev gets it out to Melton at the wing for 3. Can't get the ball. Going to be rebounded by Tatum. Now Tatum brings it down the floor. Gets it over to Derek White. Derek White guarded by Patrick Beverley. White gets it back over to Tatum for 2, and it's money. Nobody's guarding Jason Tatum. Nobody's putting a hand up. Get a hand up, guys. Come on. As Melton has the ball, gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris guarded by Horford. Harris standing at the wing, coming inside, kicking it out to Beverley. Beverley at the top of the key now. Beverly going to his right. Beverly dancing. Step back three for Beverly. Off the front of the rim and missed. Going to be rebounded by Derek White. Derek White bringing it down the floor. Guarded by Melton. Gets over to Holiday. Holiday, the three ball. No good. Going to be rebounded here by Paul Reed. And he'll get it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton thought about driving. Now comes inside the three-point line. As he gets over to Reed. Reed looking to find the lane. Putting it up for two. No good. Going to be rebounded here by the Celtics. As Derek White has the ball, gets over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown going to drive. Jaylen Brown with the floater with the layup for two, no good. Going to be rebounded by the Sixers. Here comes Tobias Harris, gets over to Paul Reed. Reed loses the ball. Almost got it back for the moment, but it's taken away by Horford. Picked up by Derek White. Derek White out to the corner to Jaylen Brown for three, and it's money. The Sixers take the ball down the floor. Timeout call by Nick Nurse here for the Sixers. Nick Nurse does not like what he's seeing with all these missed shots and missed opportunities that the Celtics are giving the Sixers, and the Sixers are not taking advantage of it. But hey, Doc Rivers, start learning how to do that if you ever want to coach again. Start learning how to do that. Charles Adderley, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Say good night from the Nassau Bahamas. Hey, Charles, appreciate you for coming through, my guy. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. How was your day, network family? I had a good day today, Charles. Hopefully you did the same, my guy. Hopefully everyone's doing well on this Friday night. You know, getting ready for another weekend. And, you know, just getting ready to hopefully relax a little bit after another week of school for me. Brian Rowe, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So Patrick Beverly and DeAnthony Melton are continuing to create more screens and are putting up a lot of scoring to drive and step back of playing their aggressive game. Yeah, you already know, Ryan. You already know, my guy. Hit the like button if you haven't done so, Ryan. Appreciate you for coming through. But yeah, guys, Philly is hanging on with Boston right now. They just cannot be missing so many gifted opportunities that Boston literally handed them presents back and forth. When you're being handed a gift, especially from a good playoff team like Boston, even though they're down KP, Kristaps Porzingis, even though they're down Porzingis, when they're giving you an opportunity, you got to take full advantage of it. And I know we don't have Embiid, Maxey, Oubre, House, and Batum. I know we don't have all those guys here, but doesn't mean the guys we have left, doesn't mean they can find a way to contribute on their own. They got to find a way to get it going. They played in the Nick Nurse system before, so they should see in some way what it's like to play in his system and get more playing time. But the man who has done a great job in this game so far has been Patrick Beverly. 18 points for him, which is a season high, shooting 8 of 10 from the field with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, I do believe it said. Patrick Beverly's definitely done a great job at being the point guard. I do believe is what they had him go as tonight, which it was. So Patrick Beverly has definitely done a great job at the point guard position tonight, being a leader, showing his veteran presence on the floor, and just showing what he can do as a veteran in this league. As the inbound pass is in here from Marcus Morris. As he got into Tobias Harris, who gets over to Patrick Beverly, over to Melton, back to Beverly. Beverly going to his right, gets it over to Harris. Harris in the lane pulling up on 1 for 2, no good. Going to be rebounded by Horford. We'll get it over to Derek White, over to Drew Holiday. Holiday going to drive, going to spin. Holiday with the hook shot for two, no good. Going to be rebounded by Marcus Morris, who gets over to Beverly. Here comes Pat Bev, gets it over to Harris. Harris gets it over to Beverly. Beverly going to his right, dancing, finds Morris. Morris the pump fake. Morris loses it, gets out to Paul Reed for two, and Paul Reed's able to get it to fall. There we go, B-ball Paul. There we go. As Drew Holiday has the ball here for the Celtics, gets it over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown pulling up on 1 for 2, no good. Going to be rebounding here by Paul Reed. And he'll get it over to Melton. Melton guarded by Derek White, now guarded by Al Horford. Now gets it over to Tobias Harris, guarded by Sam Hauser. Harris looking, backing in. Harris the fake step back. Harris looking for a man, finds Morris. Morris looking, step back for Morris for two, way off. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by the Celtics. Here comes Derek White, gets it over to Drew Holiday, over to Derek White for two again, but this time Derek White's going to be fouled, and it's going to be on DeAnthony Melton. First one on the line for Derek White is good. As Robert Covington and Furkan Korkmaz will both check into the game here. Paul Reed and DeAnthony Melton go to the bench. Delano Banton, I do believe, checked in for Al Horford. Now, I thought I saw Luke Cornett's name. I thought I did see Luke Cornett's name pop up. And then Luke Cornett comes in for Drew Holiday as well. Here we go. Here's Patrick Beverly with the ball here for the Sixers. Beverly gets it out to Covington. Covington, the layup for two, no good. Going to be denied, and Cornett picks it up. Gets it out to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown in the lane, laying it up for two and laying it in. Come on, Sixers. Got to be better with that defense. Come on. As Beverly gets it over to Korkmaz, over to Tobias Harris. Harris going to go to his right. Harris going to kick it out to Bamba, and Bamba cannot handle it, and we're going the other way. Come on, Mo Bamba. You got to have two hands on the ball at all times. Like, let's go. Two hands on the ball, Mo Bamba. Come on. As Derek White pulls up on this one for two, and that comes up short, and it's rebounded by Beverly. Beverly gets it over to Covington. Covington trying to get one in. It's going to be a foul called on Delano Banton, the former Toronto Raptor. And Robert Covington will go to the line there to shoot two. Looking to make it back to a three-point game. First one on the line for Robert Covington is good. Covington looking to make it a three-point game here for the Sixers, which he does make that happen. 84-81 being the score. Still a tight game. As Cornett finds Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown pulling up on this one for two. Comes up short and gets it back out to him by Cornett. And they're going to call a blocking foul here on Patrick Beverly. As Jaylen Brown was able to make the layup. So Jaylen Brown is going to get one more at the line. Looks like we got a technical foul here on Patrick Beverley. But yeah, guys, the Sixers are trying to hang on, but you want to hang on with the Celtics team, you're going to have to come out here and earn it. You only got 9 points here in the third quarter, and the Celtics got 17. Got to be better than that with the scoring, and you got to be better with your defense. Got to be better on both sides of the ball. It has to be better. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know it has to be better, so you have to display it. Some other guys just laughing about something I saw on Twitter come up. Oh man, so it was hilarious what I just saw. Oh man. All right, Sixers down by 5. About 5 minutes to go here. Let's go. You guys scored 36 points in the first 2 quarters. I mean, what in the world happened? So it will be confirmed a technical foul here called on Patrick Beverley. So Jaylen Brown will be the one shooting the technical free throw. Which he actually misses it as it rims out. And Jaylen Brown will be back to the line here. It's like he's shooting an extra free throw. Because he did get the 2 points here with the and one opportunity, which he does make. As Robert Covington here does the inbound, gets into Tobias Harris, over to Patrick Beverley. Beverley guarded here by Delano Banton. Beverley gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris guarded by Derek White. Harris gets over to Mo Bamba. Bamba over to Harris for the moment. It's taken away by Hauser. Harris picks it right back up out to Korkmaz for 3. Way short. Going to be picked up here by the Celtics. As Jalen Brown has the ball, kicks it out to Banton in the corner for 3. Way short. Going to be rebounding here by Patrick Beverly. Beverly bringing it down the floor. Beverly out to Bamba. Bamba a three-pointer, and it's good for Mo Bamba. How about that right there from the third-string center? As Derek White has the ball, goes to his right, comes inside, and that's taken away by Tobias Harris. And here come the Sixers. Harris in the lane, puts it up for 2, and that's denied by Jalen Brown. Rebounded by Pat Bev out to Korkmaz for 3, and that's airball. That's going to be rebounded here by the Celtics. Here comes Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown guarded by Robert Covington. Jalen Brown dancing, spinning, fading away on this one for 2. It's no good. Rebounded by Banton. Out to Jalen Brown again for 3. Short. Rebounded by Pat Bev. Here we go. Here's Beverly with the ball. Out to Bamba, who's wide open for 3 again and makes it. Mo Bamba with his second consecutive 3 in a row. Let's go, Mo Bamba. Way to tie it up at 87 apiece. Derek White with the ball, going to drive on Korkmaz. Derek White looking for a foul, and he's going to get it as the foul is going to be on Furkan Korkmaz. First one on the line is good for Derek White. KJ Martin going to check back in here for the Sixers, replacing Tobias Harris. Anthony Melton also checking back in for Patrick Beverly. Second one on the line is good for Derek White. As Korkmaz, the pump fake specialist, faking the pass. Korkmaz bringing it down the floor. Backing up. Guarded by Banton. Korkmaz looking for an option. Finds Melton. Melton looking. Melton dancing. Shoots a 3 from the wing, and that's way overshot. Going to be rebounding here by Derek White. Over to Hauser. Hauser blocked by Melton. And Korkmaz is going to pick it up. Korkmaz over towards Melton. Over to Covington. Back over to Melton. Melton with the ball, going to flip to Bamba. Bamba over to Korkmaz. Korkmaz in the lane with the layup for 2, no good, but Bamba will put it back on a two-handed jam. Here we go. Here comes Jason Tatum with the ball. Tatum pulling up on this one for 2, no good. Going to be rebounded by Banton, and that's going to be a goaltend here on Mo Bamba. Can't be doing that, Bamba. Come on, dude. Come on now. Let's go. Wake up here. You ahead in the game. As KG Martin tries to pull one up for 2, can't get it to fall. Covington with the rebound over to Martin. Martin over towards DeAnthony Melton, pulling up over this one for 2, no good. Bamba can't fight for the rebound as it's picked up by Hauser. And he'll get it over to Delano Banton. And Banton gets it over to Jason Tatum. Tatum guarded by KJ Martin. Tatum looking. Puts it up to Derek White. Derek White with the layup for 2. Can't get it to fall, but a foul called on the Sixers. And it's going to be on Robert Covington. He wants to have a word with the official, but the official's not going to have it. And again, Patrick Beverly wants to have a word with the official here. Or not Patrick Beverly, Robert Covington, I should say. First one on the line is good for Derek White. Eagles player shoved an Eagles fan. Yeah, I did see the clip. Second one on the line for Derek White is good as well. Here we go. Here's Robert Covington with the ball. Covington going to get it over to KJ Martin with a reverse layup, and it's good for KJ Martin. 2-point game here in the Garden. With the assist by Rocco. Robert Covington. Here we go. Here's Derek White with the ball. Derek White shooting the three. Can't get the fall, but it's going to be a foul called on KJ Martin. First one on the line for Jason Tatum is good. Jason Tatum will make the second free throw, I should say. As here's Melton with the ball. Melton guarded by Delano Banton. Melton still looking. Melton going to drive now. Melton going to find KJ Martin, and he'll get it up, and it's going to roll around the rim and miss. Going to be picked up by Jason Tatum. Tatum going to spin. Tatum dancing. Tatum with the pump. Out to Banton. Banton going to drive. Fade away on this one for two. No good. Going to be rebounded by Covington. And he'll get it over to Melton, and we'll take it down the floor. Here's Melton with the ball. Melton, top of the key for three. Is able to get it to fall. DeAnthony Melton with a big shot right there for the Sixers. Putting them down by 1 to Boston. Here's Tatum now with the ball. Tatum. In a lane. Jason Tatum turned it over regardless. As Covington got hit, though. As he's still on the ground. And Tatum wants to have an argument here with both officials on the court. Oh, Rocco took an elbow to the face. And Jason Tatum still wants to have a couple words with the official. And Jason Tatum has been ejected from the game. And Jason Tatum has officially gotten tossed. He was turning the ball around so much for him anyway. Yeah, they just said, "You're out of here, son." So Tatum is out for the rest of the game. It doesn't matter what happens here. They already said Jason Tatum got ejected. mean, Jason Tatum was doing a good amount of the scoring, but he was just turning the ball over so much. He had 7 turnovers. He actually was their leading scorer. But yeah, Robert Covington actually did take that elbow to the face. Warrant issued for Bills Von Miller for they just told via Sports Center. Yeah, I saw that. But that's crazy though. How Jason Tatum literally just got ejected out of this game. That is crazy. It's been confirmed that Jason Tatum has officially been ejected from this game. So the Celtics are going to try to have to play their best without him. Next 5 games, though, for the Sixers are, I'd say, pretty winnable in 4 out of these 5. You got 2 games against the Wizards in the first and third game of this 5-game of the next 5 games. You got Atlanta as the second game, and then you got back-to-back games with the Pistons for the 4th and 5th. Some pretty winnable games coming up for Philly. First one on the line is good for Robert Covington. Second one on the line, good for Robert Covington. Taking the technical free throws here. Must get one more. Which he makes the third and final one. We'll be having one last inbound pass here, which Robert Covington is going to be doing. Covington inbounds it to Mo Bamba, taking the last shot. Can't get to fall. And that is how the third quarter comes to a close. But with the Philadelphia 76ers finding a way to gain a lead here over the Boston Celtics at the end of the first half, they were able to do it, and they're able to do it here at the end of the third by a score of 97-95 as we head to the fourth quarter in a very tight matchup here at the TD Garden. But yeah, guys, just like, how about this, though? How about this, though, from the Sixers? Continuing to fight. Up by 2 over the Celtics going into the fourth quarter. Still got 12 more minutes to play. But I feel good. Feel good about this team going into the fourth quarter. But yeah, guys, what a performance by the Philadelphia 76ers here in the first 3 quarters of this game against the Boston Celtics in the TD Garden. Down 5 of their solid players overall as a whole out of 5 players that are out. Embiid, Maxey, Oubre, Daniel House, Nico Batum. All those guys out, and they're still finding a way to have a lead here over Boston. And if any Celtics fans come in here, I don't want to hear nothing saying, oh, Jason Tatum got ejected. Jason Tatum got ejected. We weren't fully healthy. Oh, we didn't have Porzingis. You guys had, coming into this game, you guys have more talent than the 76ers do. And you guys, as of right now, are losing this game to Philly. So there's no excuses. As the fourth quarter here between the Sixers and Celtics is underway. Patrick Beverley with the ball, going with the floater here early on for 2. No good. Going to be rebounded here by Drew Holiday. This gets over to Peyton Pritchard from Sam Hauser. Gets over to Horford, over to Holiday. Holiday going to get out to Hauser, back over to Holiday. Holiday going to float up for 2. No good. Going to be rebounded here by KJ Martin. And here comes Melton now. Melton with the layup. No good. And Bamba's going to throw it down with 2 grown man hands. Let's go, Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's playing really well in this game. I'm actually impressed. As Peyton Pritchard has the ball, gets it over to Al Horford. Horford guarded by Robert Covington. Now gets it over to Drew Holiday. Holiday going to drive. Holiday in the lane with the layup for 2. No good. Going to be rebounded by Melton. Melton taking a 3-point shot off the front of the rim and missed. Going to be rebounded here by the Celtics as Peyton Pritchard's going to bring it down the floor. Pritchard dancing, going to his right. Pritchard still looking. Pritchard sets himself up for a 3-ball, and it is money for Peyton Pritchard. Here we go. Here's D'Anthony Melton, who gets it over to Patrick Beverley, over to Mo Bamba. Bamba guarded by Horford. Bamba faking the pass to Melton. But a foul going to be called here on Drew Holiday. Now Tobias Harris checks into the game here for KJ Martin. As Patrick Beverley has the ball, goes out the baseline, reverse layup for Beverley is no good. Mo Bamba was able to put the basket right on back. I don't think they counted it, though. I think they called a foul on the floor. Or rather, they called a shooting foul before Mo Bamba put it up, so it's going to be Patrick Beverley going to the line here to shoot two. First one on the line for Patrick Beverley is good. 100-98 in favor of Philly. 19 points for Pat Bev. Make it 20 now as the second one is also made by Patrick Beverley. Here we go. Here's Pritchard with the ball. Pritchard gonna lay it up towards Keita for two, and it is good for Neemias Keita. Gets it to fall, making it a 1-point game now. Beverley with the ball going to his right. Beverley dancing. Beverley still guarded by Peyton Pritchard. Going to flip it over to Bamba. Shooting a three. Off the back of the rim and missed. Going to be rebounded by Keita. Gets it over to Pritchard. Pritchard gets it over to Horford. Over to Drew Holiday. Holiday going to drive. Holiday going to get it over to Keita for two. No good, but he will be fouled and will head to the line. It's going to be a foul call on Robert Covington. First one on the line is no good for Neemias Keita. Second one on the line is good that time for Neemias Keita, making it a tie game at 101 apiece. Here we go as Mo Bamba has the ball here off the pass for Tobias Harris. Bamba hands it off to DeAnthony Melton. Melton looking. Melton dancing. Finds Bamba. No, it's taken away by Boston. Pritchard takes a three and hits. Can't be doing that, Sixers. Can't be giving these guys an opportunity when it matters most. It's crunch time, guys. Come on. As Melton had the ball, tried to pass it to Tobias Harris, and that's another turnover. Keita with the ball, and a travel here on Al Horford. Here we go. It's Patrick Beverley with the ball. Beverley going to his right. Beverley dancing. Kicks it out to Covington. Covington a three at the top of the key, and he gets it to fall. There we go, Robert Covington. Way to tie it up at 104. Here we go. Drew Holiday with the ball. Holiday now guarded by Tobias Harris. Holiday going to loft up towards Horford. Horford going to get it out towards Peyton Pritchard, taking a deep three. Can't get it to fall. Going to be picked up here by Neemias Keita. Foul will be called on Robert Covington. Here we go. Here come the Sixers now. After the Celtics were not able to take an opportunity, as Harris with the hook shot layup, no good. Going to be rebounded here by the Sixers before it's picked up by Horford, but Horford steps out of bounds, keeping it in favor of the Sixers. So the Sixers will have the inbound. Paul Reed's going to check into the game here for Mo Bamba. Covington telling Mo Bamba to head on over to the bench. Mo Bamba putting in quality work, though, with all these minutes that he's getting. It's what you love to see from a third-string center that's taking any opportunity that possibly can. As the inbounds in from Melton to Reed over to Covington. Covington gets it over to Melton. Melton's going to drive. Melton in the paint, laying it up for two and laying it in off the glass. 106-104. Under 8 minutes left to go in the game. Pritchard has the ball. Pritchard dancing. Pritchard looking. Pritchard finds Horford. Horford trying to get over towards Sam Hauser, and that's taken away by Melton. Melton up to Harris. Harris with the reverse left, denied by Horford. Harris gets the rebound, denied again by the Celtics. They're going to call a foul here on DeAnthony Melton, it looks like, on the other end. Here we go. The inbound pass is in here for the Celtics. Pritchard with the ball. Pritchard guarded by Melton. Pritchard going to his left. Pritchard over to Horford. Horford over to Hauser. Hauser over to Horford. Horford the pump fake and a drive. Kick it out to Holiday, who's wide open for three and hits it. Can't be doing that, guys. Come on. Come on now. Can't be doing that. When you're in crunch time minutes, you can't be doing that, guys. Come on. Y'all are better than that. Timeout called here by Nick Nurse, as expected. You got to have, like, one guy on you got to be one-on-one with somebody. You just can't double team. You just can't. I'm sorry. You just cannot double team, okay? You can't double team anybody on the Celtics team. You got to go one-on-one with somebody. You have to. It's like your only choice at this point. It's like your only choice to go one-on-one. You can't double team because you're going to leave somebody wide open, and they got too many players that are talented enough to shoot the ball. They have way too many talented players on the team. And I mean way too many. Every play matters here for the Sixers, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that much for sure. Every play, every possession matters. He was versus 49ers. Zach Ertz coming to Philly. There's Leonard news and rumors. Hey, I hope we find a way to get both of them before Sunday's game against the Niners. If we could do that, if Howie Roseman can get down to business, that'd be fantastic. Sixers down by 1 point to the Celtics right now, 107-106. They got under 7 minutes to find a way to get the job done. And get the job done that is considered to be the unthinkable, the impossible, whatever adjective you can use to describe on how the Sixers should have never been in this game from the start without 5 of their players. This was a shorthanded 76ers team. And you're telling me they're competing with a very talented Celtics team right now who have more players that are better than the Sixers and just have more talent as a whole. That's what you're telling me? It's ridiculous, man, for the Celtics' sake. Here we go. Here's Patrick Beverly with the ball. Beverly going to get it over to Paul Reed, over to Pat Bev, over to Harris. Harris going to drive. Harris looking. Harris going to pull up on this one for two. Can't make the shot. But it's going to be a foul called here on Jaylen Brown. $15 steals tonight for the 76ers in this game. Season high here for Philly. Great job by the Sixers in terms of taking the ball away from the Celtics when it matters most. On as many possessions as they can get. As Beverly inbounds it to Paul Reed, back over to Beverly. Gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris looking, going to pull up on this one for two. No good. Paul Reed trying to get the rebound. Can't do so. Covington now trying to get the rebound, and he can't do so either as it's picked up by the Celtics. Derek White with the layup for two, and it's good. Making it a three-point game. 109 to 106. About 6 minutes left to go here in this one. As Beverly has the ball here, guarded by Derek White. Beverly going to drive. Beverly spinning, kicking it out to Reed. Reed going to drive now on Horford. Reed going to fade away on this one for two, and it's good for B-ball Paul from 12 feet out. I like that, B-ball Paul. I like that. Come on, guys. Stay in it. 1 point game, 109-108. Pritchard with the ball, getting it over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown getting it over to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard looking. Pritchard going to drive in the lane, putting it up for two. No good. But will be fouled, and we'll head to the free throw line as it's going to be called on Tobias Harris. First one on the line for Peyton Pritchard is good. Second one on the line is also good for Peyton Pritchard. Making it a 3-point game. Here we are. It's Paul Reed with the ball here. Paul Reed gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton going to drive. Melton to the basket, putting it up for two. No good. Covington with the rebound, putting it up for two. Can't get the fall either. Melton falls to the ground. But it's going to be a foul called on Melton as we're going to go the other way. Can't be doing that at a time like this, guys. It's the wrong time to do it. Can't be doing it now. This is crunch time right here. Final 5 minutes. You got to be better than that. Melton feels very ashamed of himself. Fouled out of the game, finishing with 21 points. Marcus Morris will check in for DeAnthony Melton. And Melton's like, you got to be kidding me. So Melton fouls out. Marcus Morris is going to have to step in. And Marcus Morris has not been that great in terms of shooting the ball either. Only 3 of 10 from the field. 2 3-point attempts tonight. And Al Horford's going to go to the line here to shoot 2. First one at the line, good for Al Horford. Second one at the line is also good for Al Horford. Celtics lead it by 5. 76ers looking to trim into the lead. As Harris gets it over to Covington, over to Patrick Beverly. Beverly looking. Beverly coming inside, in the paint, floating it up for 2, and it's good for Pat Bev. There we go. There we go. All right, boys, let's go. Come on. As Derek White has the ball here for the Celtics. Derek White looking, finds Horford. Horford the pump fake, shoots a three, can't get to fall. Rebounded by Marcus Morris. Morris with the ball looking and spinning. Finds Pat Bev. Bev directing traffic. Beverly finds Morris. Morris backing in. Finds Bev. Bev going to drive. Bev going to lay it up for two. Can't get to fall. Going to go back out. Outside the three-point line, picked up by Harris. It looks like Tobias Harris went ahead and was called for a double dribble. Looks like a timeout here called by the Celtics. Sixers down by 3. Ladies and gents, I will be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. As you got also Celtics fans rising to the occasion here for literally no reason whatsoever. As Derek White the ball gets it over to Drew Holiday, and it's taken away by Harris. Harris in the lane, putting it up for two, no good. Gonna go out of bounds. Looks like it's gonna stay with the Sixers. Barely, just barely. But if Tobias Harris makes that, it's a 1-point game. Can't be missing that. Can't be missing that whatsoever. Mo Bamba checks back into the game right away here for Paul Reed. As the inbound pass is in here, Patrick Beverley with the ball gets it over to Marcus Morris. Can't get the fall that time. As this game is now tied up here 113 apiece. Derek White with the ball here, gets it over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown going to fire up on 1 for 2, and then gets it to fall. Patrick Beverley with the ball here, gets over to Marcus Morris. Morris going to drive. Morris going to pull up on this 1 for 2, and he gets it to fall. Let's go, Marcus Morris. As the shot by the Celtics is up and no good. Beverley falls to the ground. Foul called on Luke Cornett. Guys, we will probably not be doing a post game because my phone is about to die here, so we will more than likely not be doing a post game. We might not have time to go over the stats either, so after the Sixers game, I'm probably just going to head right on out. Win or lose here, ladies and gentlemen. Might do a post game YouTube short, though, to make up for it if the Sixers do end up winning this game, so we'll see what happens. Second one of the line is no good here for Patrick Beverley. Here we go. Here's Derek White with the ball. Gets it over to Jaylen Brown. Over towards Al Horford. Horford guarded by Covington. Putting it up for 2 and putting it in. Back up by 1 here are the Celtics. But Patrick Beverley now directing traffic. Finds Marcus Morris. Morris going to back in. Morris looking, kicking it out to Covington. In the corner for 3. Cannot get it to fall. Under 2 minutes to go. Jaylen Brown with the player against Tobias. Which way is it going to go? Foul called on Patrick Beverley, it looks like. First one to the line is good here for Jaylen Brown. Here we go. Here's Harris with the ball here. Under 2 minutes to go. Harris finds Covington. Celtics up 119 to 116 over the Sixers. As Beverly gets it over to Covington. And it's going to be a charge here on Philly. Yeah, Drew Holiday was just ready for that. He just knew it was coming. And Robert Covington can't believe it either. That's the 16th turnover by the Sixers tonight. As Derek White finds Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown gets out to Horford. Horford kicking out to Holiday. Holiday going to try the hook shot. Can't get to fall, but a foul's going to be called on Patrick Beverly. It's going to be Pat Bev's third. First one on the line is good for Drew Holiday. Guys, just give me 1 second. All right, guys, just had to change something here with my charger. As Patrick Beverly has the ball here. Beverly, with under a minute to go, with the step back three, can't get it to fall. It looks like the Celtics are going to come away with this W here. Derek White kind of just dribbling it out a little bit. Kicking it out towards Horford. Horford over to Jaylen Brown, over to Peyton Pritchard, and yep, there's the dagger. Patrick Beverly with the ball. Beverly over to Bamba. Bamba over to Morris. Morris with the tough three. Gets it to fall that time. Patrick Beverly will then foul Al Horford. But still, guys, it looks like the Celtics are going to get this W here. But I can't be mad at how the Sixers played without with their good players on the team. Without 5 of their players on the team, and they played this good. If you were telling me that they were going to play this good without Embiid, Maxey, Oubre, Daniel House, and why am I forgetting one more guy? Forget who I'm missing, dude. And Batum. If you're telling me that they were going to play this good without those 5 players, I would have told you you're insane. But, it was inconsistency towards the end. Pat Bev definitely played one of his, if not his best game of the year. None of his teammates could just help him out tonight, to say the least. None of his teammates were just able to help him out in this game. But Pat Bev definitely played his butt off today. 26 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. And then Derek White, 21 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Covington to go ahead and inbound here. Covington puts in the inbound towards Harris. Tobias Harris is going to go to the free throw line, but still, man, it's not going to be enough. But again, I cannot be mad with the way the Sixers played today. I can't. With the team that they had, if you were telling me that Pat Bev was going to be the one leading this team tonight, I would have told you you're insane. But the Sixers played a good game. They just didn't have it enough in them. They didn't have what it took to win. But they played a good game, though. And there you go, guys. There's the official final score. The Boston Celtics will defeat the Philadelphia 76ers in a very close game here tonight by a final score of 125 to 119. Good effort by the Sixers, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good effort. I can't complain with the way they played. Just coming down the stretch, though, was where some of the players needed to step up and didn't. Just simple as that. Yeah, guys, we'll go over the chat real quick here. I forgot where we left off. Okay. I think I got the spot now. So the pizza was amazing. I got double pepperoni and sausage. I'm sure that was good. So it was kind of like a meat lovers pizza a little bit. Remember I said we would win. Well, we didn't end up winning, Bruce Harper, but we definitely gave it the best effort that we could. And again, we didn't win the game, so there's no point in saying that anymore. So even with our two superstars out, we are still as good as Boston. Yeah, we definitely showed a lot of heart in this game for sure. We just couldn't finish a good amount of these plays, and this is something that the Sixers players are going to have to take account for. Nick Nurse definitely made the right adjustments at the right time for sure. So that was a bad call on D'Anthony. It might have been, but eventually was going to probably get a sixth foul in the game anyway at some point, so not like it really mattered. So I had some Popeyes chicken, delicious. I had like Popeyes one time, really didn't like it too much, but I know you meant to say 76ers, Charles, out early. Let's go Sixers from Bruce. 76ers, my humble apologies. Phone's crazy. Yeah. Technology these days, Charles. So I like Popeyes too. Philadelphia all the way. Let's get it on a Friday night. It is what it is. Took the L though. Like the mashed potatoes from Popeyes with gravy and a biscuit. I like Popeyes one time. Really wasn't a huge fan. And again, we didn't win the game, but we definitely had the momentum for a good chunk of the game. Definitely gave Boston a run for their money a little bit. They really can't say much because, I mean, look who they let score a good amount of points on them. They let Patrick Beverley be the leading scorer. D'Anthony Melton with 26. D'Anthony Melton following it up with a 21. Robert Covington with 18. Tobias Harris with 14, as well as Paul Reed. 18 off the bench by Robert Covington. 13 by Marcus Morris. And then 11 from Mo Bamba. Like, this is who you were letting get back in a game like this. Like, that's crazy. That's exactly what I got. Wow. You play the Sixers song now before your phone runs out of power. I have it charging now, Bruce, but I really would have rather just have it like charge really quick. So I have it charging now, but I think I'm gonna do a post-game YouTube short or put something out, probably. But I mean, maybe I could do it here real quick. Maybe we'll see when we get towards the end of the chat. Spicy ribbon wing. Bruce said, "What? It's a terrible call. The refs are robbing us." The refs definitely had a couple bad calls in this game, though. So come on, Sixers. That's a potential wrap. Feel we were robbed by the refs. You can't blame everything on the refs, though. You just can't. You can't blame everything on the refs. There was a lot of missed opportunities that the Sixers didn't take advantage of. Whenever the Celtics were missing an opportunity, the Sixers couldn't take advantage of that. So, it's a BLM Network family. Good night from the Nassau Bahamas. Regards, Charles Arley. Hey, appreciate you coming through, Charles. Appreciate it, my guy. I'm still proud of the Sixers for we deserved to win. We got robbed, and this was without Embiid, Maxey, and others. Facts. We definitely played our hearts out in this game tonight. It's absolutely in agreement. Yeah, you already know. I know you're right, as I just get mad, but you are level-headed, and that's another reason I feel you're number one. Hey, Bruce, appreciate that, my guy. Appreciate it. But, ladies and gents, we will be able to go ahead and go over the final stats here since my phone is charging now. But we're going to go ahead and go over the final stats here. Then we're more than likely just going to go ahead and head on out for the night. So starting it off on the Philadelphia 76ers side, Patrick Beverley led the way for the Philadelphia 76ers in this one with 26 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Then following it up was D'Anthony Melton in the starting 5, finishing his night before he got fouled out with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. Then following it up off the bench was Robert Covington, finishing his night with 18 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and 5 steals, as well as a block. And following that up in the starting five is Tobias Harris, finishing his night with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Then following that up was Paul Reed, finishing his night as the starting center for the Sixers in replacement for Joel Embiid, finishing his night with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and assists, as well as a block. And following that up was Marcus Morris Sr., finishing his night with 13 points, 7 rebounds, as well as an assist and a steal and a block each. Mo Bamba finishing his night off the bench with 11 points, 6 rebounds, as well as an assist and a block each. And then rounding it off at the Philadelphia 76ers side is KJ Martin, finishing his night with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals to end off the final stats for your Philadelphia 76ers. Now over to the Boston Celtics side now, as Derek White ended up leading the way here for the Boston Celtics, finishing his night with 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. Jason Tatum, before he got ejected, finished his night with 21 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, as well as a steal and a block each. And following that up for the Boston Celtics was Al Horford, finishing his night with 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, as well as a steal and 2 blocks. Then Jaylen Brown follows it up with 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Then Drew Holiday follows it up with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, as well as a steal. Then Sam Hauser follows it up with 11 points, 5 rebounds, as well as an assist, a steal, and a block each. Then Peyton Pritchard follows it up with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Then off the bench, you had, can never remember this dude's name, Neemias Queta. Neemias Queta finishing his night for the Boston Celtics with 2 points and 2 rebounds. And then rounding it off for the Boston Celtics side, or rather, Neemias Queta finishing his night with 5 points and 5 rebounds. And then rounding it off here for the Boston Celtics side is Delano Banton, finishing his night with 4 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist, as well as a block to end off the final stats for the Boston Celtics. Now over to the team stats now, as the Boston Celtics managed shooting the ball 50.6% from the field to the Philadelphia 76ers 45.7%. The Boston Celtics finished shooting the ball 48.5% from three-point range to the Philadelphia 76ers 45.7%. The Boston Celtics finished shooting the ball 86.1% from the free throw line to the Philadelphia 76ers 73.9%. The Boston Celtics ended up out-rebounding the Philadelphia 76ers in this one, 46-42. However, the Philadelphia 76ers were able to out-rebound the Celtics offensively 15-10. The Boston Celtics ended up out-assisting the Philadelphia 76ers in this one, 25-16. The Sixers had more steals than the Celtics in this one, 16-10. The Celtics had more blocks than the Philadelphia 76ers, 8-5. The 76ers ended up winning the turnover battle over the Boston Celtics, 20-16. The 76ers also had more points in the paint than the Boston Celtics, 50-42. And a total of 42 personal fouls called, with 24 being called on the Philadelphia 76ers and 18 being called on the Boston Celtics. And ladies and gents, on that note, that is how the final stats come to an end in this one. The Philadelphia 76ers lose it to the Boston Celtics 125-119 with a very short-handed roster, not having Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Nico Batum, Kelly Oubre, and Daniel House Jr. They almost were able to get the job done, but just come up a little bit short. I really do think, though, that if at least one of those guys played, probably either a Kelly Oubre or a Nico Batum, the Sixers win this game. The Sixers win this game if Nico Batum is playing at the fair minimum. So thank you for reviewing the stats, as I feel we did very well in many areas. Let's see how we got robbed in the foul area. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you cannot blame the refs for everything. But with some of the calls I did not like, though, I will agree with you on that. But again, you can't blame the refs for everything. So, but I understand that's the way it goes on the road in the NBA. Yeah, facts. You already know. And ladies and gents, before we go ahead and get out of here, let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to the newest sponsor of the channel, in 10-Pin Toolkit. Shout out to the newest sponsor of the channel, 10-Pin Toolkit. If you out there have ever thought about either... Let me try that again. Shout out to the newest sponsor of the channel, 10-Pin Toolkit. If you out there have ever thought about either trying a new sport like bowling, want to learn about the history of bowling, or look to improve your game, then 10-Pin Toolkit is for you. 10-Pin Toolkit has so many tools to help you, such as angles and targeting, ball speed and RPM, an online score calculator, and so much more to help take your game to the next level. Ever since I started using 10-Pin Toolkit, it has taken my bowling game to new heights and has helped me tremendously in becoming a much improved bowler than what I was when I was just getting started to becoming the bowler that I am today. It is currently rated as tied for the #1 best bowling app in the world as of today. It is a great resource to be used for coaching and will help take the talent of bowlers to new places that they have never experienced before. So if you are interested in starting a bowling career, want to learn about the history of bowling, or just look to improve your game, go download 10-Pin Toolkit on either the App Store or the Google Play Store, or click the link down below in the description to download it and get ready to have an experience in bowling like you have never seen before. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's our newest sponsor of the channel, in 10-Pin Toolkit. We've been sponsoring them for quite a good amount of time now, and I'll definitely continue to be using 10-Pin Toolkit as my senior year of high school bowling comes around. It actually starts next week, if you think about it. So definitely going to be using 10-Pin Toolkit to help my game continue to improve. And if you guys want kind of the same attributes or everything that was stated in the sponsorship video, go ahead and click the link down below in the description to go ahead and download 10-Pin Toolkit on either the App Store or the Google Play Store. Whatever you guys have between an Apple and an Android, be sure to go ahead and download it by clicking the link down below in the description or typing in 10-Pin Toolkit on either the App Store or the Google Play Store. But yeah, guys, on that note, as Bruce Harper says, I'm so excited for Sunday. You already know, same here, Bruce. So I hope you have a great night, and as always, God bless. Hey, Bruce, appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it. So let's go Sixers fly, Eagles fly. You already know. My preview should be out tomorrow for the Eagles-49ers game. So I'll download the app for sure. Bruce, appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate that. And thank you to everybody that came out for tonight's stream. Shout out to everybody that came through, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are the best as always. Sixers did come up short, but hey, it's not the same unless the YouTube community is in here supporting your boys. So again, appreciate it to every single one of you that supports the channel. Salute to you guys that have supported the channel for a long time coming. And you know, we're going to keep on grinding. We're going to keep on grinding for as long as it takes. But the Sixers, on the other hand, though, we're going to take the loss from tonight, learn from it, move on to the next game. But yeah, definitely going to take the loss, learn from it, move on to the next, for sure. Sixers will be playing their next game on, I do believe it will be Wednesday, December 6th. So unfortunately, guys, I actually cannot stream that game because I have to work that night. So you will not be see me streaming the Wizards game on Wednesday, December 6th, with me having to work that night. But ladies and gents, it is what it is. Again, the Sixers fall to the Boston Celtics by a final score of 125-119. Sixers will go ahead and fall to 12-7 on the season, still second in the Atlantic Division. At the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. As the Sixers weren't going to win every game, especially with them being shorthanded, though. I'm shocked that they only lost by 6 points. But hey, at the end of the day, ladies and gents, it is what it is. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for me. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace, everybody. Have a good night, y'all. God bless and peace.